Okay, we're going to start the meeting. I'm going to share with you again. I'm not sure if I did share the Fox video with you already, but I'll share it again just in case to refresh your memory. Can everybody see that this video? Okay, so this is what you're going to have to do for your informative speech. Pan the audience. Let me see that you have the required number of people in your audience. Just for the record, the dog does not count as a person. So then she hands the camera to someone in the audience to continue filming.
Remember, the 5th of November, gunpowder treason and plot. We see no reason why gunpowder treason should ever be forgotten. The popular nursery rhyme I just recited is sung by children, teenagers, and adults alike every November 5th in England. The whole community gathers to get together to celebrate the official lighting of the bonfire to celebrate Guy Fawkes Night. The bonfire is assembled days prior and is prepared by members of the community. It grows with the excitement of those in the town. The night of, children push each other out of the way in order to get the best view of what's about to happen. Dummies are thrown inside the fire and their faces are overcome with amazement. Yes, this actually happens, and fireworks conclude the ceremony. What I just described to you is one of my strongest memories when I lived in the UK, Guy Fawkes Day. However, this fun, festive celebration has a much deeper, morbid backstory to it. Whilst most people remember November the 5th is associated with Guy Fawkes, they don't exactly know who he was and why Bonfire Night came about. So, who was Guy Fawkes? Why do we celebrate Guy Fawkes Day? To answer that question, we have to go back in history 400 years to London in 1605.
Okay, so you get the idea. As well, you get to see that you also need visuals. Now, I don't know if everyone has read the, let me stop sharing. The parameters that's in your Blackboard that give you the directions for this speech. So you need 3 to 6 people for your speech. That means no less than 3, no more than 6. And dogs and stuffed animals and other pets don't count. Okay. Okay, one thing I do want to remind you about is please remember, just start right in with your informative, with your attention getter. Right in with the attention getter, okay? Don't announce what you're getting ready to talk about first. If you can't remember again, put it in your verbal cues in your speaking outlines or notes. Okay, so now we're going to have our mini impromptu informative speech. And the topic is going to be Science Night. And I asked you last week to look at some of the articles so that you don't have to spend too much time tonight actually reading a lot of materials. Now, just let me ask you one thing. Did you review the articles that in terms of the number corresponding to the group that you're already assigned to for your persuasive speech? Or did you just read articles randomly?
I did the first one.
Okay. Did people at least read the first maybe 3? Okay. All right. So I'm going to give you about 20 minutes to go through the articles and actually develop the speech. The speech is going to be 2 to 3 minutes. And you are going to have some oral citations. Okay, we're going to practice that tonight in this exercise. 2 to 3 main points for the speech, of course, an introduction and a conclusion. Now, because we just have 2 to 3 minutes, if you can't get through the whole introduction, that's okay, because this speech really isn't being based on content itself, other than have you announced the central idea in the speech, have you clearly stated the main points, the summary statement, and your closing remarks. Okay. Transitions are okay. And then we're going to record this speech, obviously, and you're going to give an evaluation, but not how you usually do in discussion board. You're going to actually write maybe like a 1-page evaluation of both yourselves and the group's performance, your group's performance. And then you're going to pick another group, any group, and evaluate their performance. And of course, base it on the concepts that we learned about informative speaking and delivery. Okay? Any questions about that? After that, we're going to try to get through our 5, I think it was, speeches from last week. We won't spend a whole lot of time analyzing them. I'll give you your comments when I give you your grade. That's usually for these speeches. I give you the comment in class, but we might not have enough time for that. Okay. So I'm going to put you in your speeches, in your groups. But before I do that, I'm going to let you know. Well, let me put you in the groups first, and then we'll tell you what is your topic. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's get 4 groups of 3. And 1 group will have 2, of course. Okay, so group 1 is Joel, Kurt, and Tim. And you're going to take AI that mimics how mammals smell. Number 2 of the 5 science night topics we have here. That's Joel, Kurt, and Tim. Number 2, group 2 will be Marissa, Mohammed, and Rayana. And you're going to do number 1. Common solids to improve carbon capture for car exhaust. And number 3, actually, I'm not going to give you that one. I'm going to give you number 4, blood observatory to stop pandemics. Blood observatory to stop pandemics. And then number 3 types of AI and the applications. Okay. And the last group, Chat GPT is going to change education. Well, no, that's not a good informative one. No, that one is there. Okay, I'm going to have to give you common solids to improve carbon capture from car exhaust. Okay, did I say that was group 4? And group 4 is Alexandra and Tamasha. Group 3 is Gino, Jonathan, and Savannah. Okay, you ready? Oops. 20 minutes is 8 o'clock. You might have to click join, Savannah. Savannah. Hello, Savannah, are you there?
Yes, and I am here. I believe I emailed you before about being at work.
Yes, you did, but of course I can't give you credit for your speech tonight because we can't see you.
Yes, my boss is letting me take a 15-minute break to give my speech.
Okay.
I just so when my time comes, because I missed the visual aid speech, I believe last week.
Yes.
And so she said when I get to speak, I'm allowed to go on my 15-minute break and step outside
Okay.
and give that.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Is
So
that
what
okay?
time is your break? Because we're coming back at 8. So what time
Okay.
is your break?
She said I can take my 15 minutes anytime I wanted to. I just want to talk to you, seeing what's the best time to take that.
Okay. All right.
I can hear everything. I just can't really
Yes.
respond until
Okay.
then.
Okay. All right.
When do you want me to take my 15? Do you have an idea?
No, we're coming back it'll be after 8. We're coming back at 8.
Okay,
But you
perfect.
do have to get with your group
Right.
to help them develop.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. I'm gonna put them in my AirPods because I'm allowed to sit and just float with my AirPods right now.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, John.
Hey, Professor. That's kind of what we came to. I think Gino was trying to leave as well, but he might have actually left the entire Zoom, not just the breakout room.
Yeah, he did. Let me put you back. I mean, you
Yeah.
probably.
But two things. Yeah, we were looking for Savannah and
I'm coming to you.
also,
I'm coming to your group.
gotcha.
I'm putting you back, Gino.
Okay.
What room were you in? You were in room 3. And Jonathan. I have to put you in another room first, and then I'll move you back.
Thank you.
You're
All right.
welcome.
Let's see. All right. So we can start.
Hello. Did you have any questions for me at all?
Um,
Good.
I
Okay.
don't think so.
I
You
just
guys?
Just for the impromptu, how long do you want each of us to be talking?
Well, you'd have to break it up between um, 2 to 3 minutes. So
Okay.
if you're going to speak for 3 minutes, then each person probably should speak for a minute.
Okay, so like a minute each.
Yeah. So, like, maybe one person could get the introduction and the conclusion, and then the other two could get 2 main points.
Oh, easy. Okay, perfect.
Perfect. Too easy. All right. Cool.
Okay, so then that simplifies our.
Yeah, I'm almost.
Hi, did you have any questions for me at all?
We
We're trying
can't.
to pull up the
Yeah, we
article.
can't get the article to get pulled up.
Which one did you have?
The Blood Observatory.
Yeah.
One that took it down now. Okay.
And it let me click on it, but this what it's saying now. It's saying this not science or something like that.
Okay. So how about you take
Yeah. Oh, I got it on my phone.
you got it?
With the link.
Yeah, I searched. I like typed up the whole link, and I just got it, so it's on my phone now.
Okay. Maybe you can copy and paste text it to your other
Yeah,
or email it. Might be easier
yeah.
on that computer.
I'm gonna see if I can. Okay, yeah, I got it up on my computer.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you share the link in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Link in the chat's good.
Professor,
Yes.
it's not about this particular one, but I just had a question about, should I ask it now or at the end of the class about the persuasive speech and the groups?
Well, ask it in the big class, then
Okay,
everybody could benefit from the answer. Some other people might have the same question.
got it. Thank you.
I
Okay.
sent it if it works.
Yeah, I got it.
I got it too.
Okay. Any other questions that you have for me? So just divide up the speaking parts. Say if you have 2 main points, each person could take a main point. If you have 3, you could give one person 2 or break it up, whatever way you want to do that. And then one person could do the intro and the conclusion and spend half a minute on the intro, half a minute on the, if it's 3 minutes. Okay.
So we have to divide it up between all three of us?
Yes. All 3 of you will speak tonight.
Okay.
Got it. And
Okay.
it should have an introduction, a conclusion, and at least like 2 main points.
At least 2. Yeah.
Got it.
But remember, these are impromptu speeches. So if you don't get in the whole introduction, it's okay. I think you all do have that down, how you have to do the introduction. So it just, as long as you have a attention getter and reveal your topic. It's good.
Okay.
If you feel like you can fit the other part in, it's okay. But if you can't, don't worry about it, because really we're looking for the informative aspect of it as well as your delivery.
Okay.
Okay? And again, that you have a central idea and you clearly express your main points. You have a good closing remark.
Got you. Okay,
Hey, Jonathan, I see you got kicked out again.
Professor, sorry.
Oh,
We
you had
were
a
just.
question. You know, you could just write me a question. You don't have to come out.
Oh, I did not know that, but I gotcha. We weren't certain about our topic. I don't know if you told Gino already, but we thought it was common solids could improve carbon capture for car from car exhaust. Is that where we're signed?
What was your group number?
3?
Group 1 and observatory. I didn't write it down. I think it was common solids to improve carbon capture.
All right, that's good because
If
we're
it's not,
already.
don't worry about it.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much.
Okay. You might have to, let me try to sign it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi, ladies. Did you have any questions for me? You know what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so each of you are going to speak tonight. So it's 2 to 3 minutes. So you could both take turns, and if you have 2 main points, And then one can do the introduction, one can do the conclusion.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're supposed to like basically it's just informing about like the article or like informing on okay.
Yes, yes. So whatever you want to talk about in the article, you can.
Oh, and
Really
this
not
this word?
looking for so much substance of what you're saying. I mean, it should make a little sense,
Yeah.
but we're looking to make sure that you have a central idea, like you tell us what you're talking about, and that you have an introduction that at least has a attention getter and reveals the topic. That you have a good closing remark. I'm looking at your delivery, certainly. And I'm looking to make sure that it's informative and not persuasive based on the rules I told you are required for informative speaking.
Okay.
Okay, so you might,
Okay.
which one did you have?
We had the first one.
Oh, you had comment solids?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. So group 3 told me they had that. I didn't write it down. Uh,
I think you gave us both common solids.
I did give you both the same thing?
Yeah, because you were going to give us the Chat GPT one, but you said
Right,
no.
I did give you both the same thing. Mhm. Okay. If you want to change it, you can to AI.
I didn't read the whole thing. I feel like,
Okay, okay.
are you good with that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions for me?
Um, do it have to be, can it be three main points or just two?
Yeah, it could be 3.
Okay. All right.
So then maybe one person does the intro and the conclusion, one does 2 main points, and one does 1 main point.
Okay.
So it could be even.
All right. We got
All
it.
right.
Okay.
Okay, everybody's back. Okay. All right, let's start with group 4 this time. We always start with group 1. Let's start with group 4 today. Put you in the speaker view.
Wait, can we go second, please? Yeah, can we
Oh boy.
please let us just go second, please.
Okay, group 3, you ready? Is group 3 ready?
We can go.
Okay. Just try your best.
All right, Gino, you wanna I can do the intro and the first body, and then you can do the rest.
Yeah.
All right. Give us some grace because we were still on the last paragraph. So we're basically missing a body paragraph.
Is Savannah still missing from your group?
We got it covered. She was able to contribute, but I'm not
She
sure if
said
she's
she
able to
was
talk.
gonna come back for okay. We're gonna push your group back because she said she was gonna come back after lunch. What did she tell you? Did she say she was coming back?
I'm here. I just,
Okay.
yeah.
Can you take lunch now, or you want to come back to you?
I mean, I can.
Okay. All right. We're ready.
Okay. Think for a moment about the last time you drove. Maybe it was on the way to a wedding, a job interview, or a vacation. It might have just been a short trip, yet it always seems to be a bigger part of our lives. We see cars everywhere. When you look outside and you see some every day. However, few people realize what happens under the hood. Whether you actively drive or not, the car is a critical part of society. New technology is making carbon capture in car engines safer and cheaper. Ever since I was in high school, I've been driving. I've been around the country and I understand cars and their emissions. Today, I want to talk about why a new carbon capture experiment. I want to talk about a new carbon capture experiment, the results of the experiment, and why the results are important. Let's begin looking at the experiment design. A group of scientists from Naples, Italy, recently tested whether common solids could trap CO2 under post-combustion conditions. CO2 sticks to some solid materials, called sorbents. The group hypothesized that solid sorbents could effectively capture carbon from combustion. Since they have a high capacity for carbon dioxide, CO2, and don't trap many other substances. They tested two low-cost, non-toxic solids, calcium hydroxide and lithium hydroxide. The team placed pellets of each sorbent in a vertical glass cylinder with fiberglass plugs at each end to keep the solids in place. They passed a steady stream of gas through the column and sorbents inside of the column. Finally, they measured CO2 concentrations in the gas upstream and downstream of the reactor to calculate how much CO2 each solid was removed from the gas stream. Now that we know how the experiment worked, let's examine the results.
The group found that soda lime removed the most CO2 at temperatures of 80 to 100 degrees Celsius or 180 to 212 Fahrenheit. In these experiments, a kilogram or about 2 pounds of soda lime captured up to 5 moles of CO2, roughly equivalent to the amount of carbon emitted from burning 13 gallons or 50 liters of gasoline. They suggested soda lime was good at carbon capture because it contained about 15% water, which helped CO2 stick to the solids. These researchers concluded that transportation industry could use soda lime to safely and efficiently capture CO2 from the car exhaust. Now that we know the result of the experiment, let's examine the results and why they are important. The transportation industry releases a massive amount of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere every year. About 10% of the global CO2 emissions come from international shipping and aviation. In 2019, more than a quarter of European CO2 came from cars, trains, and airplanes, reducing emissions by just 15% from car transportation, which would make a major impact on global carbon emissions. Hopefully, you have learned a little more about new emission reduction technology today.
Yeah, by learning about new experiments, you can see why I have such a strong interest in technology. Emission reduction is important because it protects people and keeps them safe. Actor Arnold Schwarzenegger once said, "I've starred in a lot of science fiction movies, and let me tell you something, climate change is not science fiction." And perhaps that's what makes emissions reduction so important. It's not just about cool new technology, it's about impacting the real world.
Okay. All right. I love that ending. Great, great, great ending. Okay, so you guys kind of went over the time there. You got 4 minutes. So not too bad. Um, on the delivery, I would give you guys some critique that you need to look in the camera more. Okay. I know you just did this, you didn't have a lot of time to practice, but you gotta just at least peep at us some. Okay. And Gino, I thought you could have used a little more vocal variety in your voice today. You guys, I would say the speech was a little bit on the persuasive side on question of fact that I told you it looks a whole lot like informative speeches. And close it we did. Tell me again your main points. You had a good introduction to. Tell me again your main points.
We talked about the design of the new carbon capture experiment, the results of the experiment, and why the results are important.
Okay, the design, the results, and the importance of the results. Interpretation. I would say change that word, the importance of it. Just say the interpretation of the results to keep it, try to keep it more towards the informative side of things. Okay, good job. Good job, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Just remember, Jonathan, at the end on your summary statement, make sure you restate that whole central idea. Don't just be broad and say, "Now I told you about this. I told you about the topic." Make sure you incorporate, everything that you said in the central idea again as the summary statement. Don't make it too broad. All right.
Understood.
Who's next? Oh, Savannah didn't even say anything.
She helped out. We were just covering.
Okay, Savannah, you had to participate in the delivery. You told me you were.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just really busy in here, so it was hard for me to speak.
Okay. All right. Okay, group 4, you ready now?
Yeah, I guess. Are you ready, partner?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Hello, everyone. So today I'm going to inform you guys about how common solid material can capture carbon dioxide from car exhaust and help reduce greenhouse gas and emissions. Every time we drive, we release carbon dioxide into the air, a gas that traps heat and worsens climate change. But what if the solution to the air cleaner solution to cleaner air could come from something as simple as common solid materials. We all know transportation affects us all. Cars, planes, ships produce a large portions of the greenhouse gas that harm our planet and our health. Finding new ways to reduce emissions is crucial for our nearest future. According to the studies by the scientists, they have discovered that low-cost solid materials may effectively trap carbon dioxide from vehicles' exhaust by providing a safer and cheaper solution than current methods. Um, Common solids like soda lime, aluminum hydrate can capture carbon dioxide from car exhaust, offer a way to reduce greenhouse gas emissions from transportation.
There have been many ways created to reduce the amount of CO2 going into the air. Many car industries have started to create more electric cars and hybrid cars, but this isn't always affordable for everybody. Since there have been mass amounts of CO2 being released, now researchers are studying and creating more cost-effective ways by using simpler materials, since many people are not able to afford the new expensive cars being released. In order to get everybody involved in creating and in order to get everybody involved in reducing the amount of emissions that we are doing on our daily lives. The scientists in Italy have tested common solid materials like calcium hydroxide, also known as soda lime, and lithium hydroxide. They have placed pellets of each one to test them out. They passed the gas through them, and they noted down all the findings that they found. With the soda lime, it was the most effective way to capture CO2. In this, scientists have found a way for CO2 emissions to lessen with a common solid in order to create a more safe environment for us all and also more affordable for everybody.
Okay, so we know transportation is a major contributor to CO2 emissions. Scientists in Italy have discovered that common solids like soda lime can effectively capture carbon from our car exhaust, providing a safer and more affordable alternative to a chemical solution. It's something as ordinary as soda lime can help clean the air we can breathe. Then maybe the future of fighting climate change is closer and simpler than we think. And that's all I got for the conclusion.
Is that it?
Yeah,
Why'd you say that's all I got?
because I really didn't finish, but I gave you what I got.
Okay. Well, don't tell us that's all I got.
Okay. I'm nervous.
8:18. Okay, so you were 4 minutes. You might have been a little under. I was talking to you. Okay. You had pretty good eye contact, Tamasia. Alexandra, you had contact too. Good contact too. But I think you could have looked at us a little bit more. It was a little leaning on the side of persuasion there.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I could see how, but like
Yeah. Tell me why you could
I,
see why,
I
Marissa.
yeah, I kind of tried to like switch it up a little bit, but I feel like I was kind of just rushing too.
Okay, okay. All right, but you did a good job winging it. You did a good job for the most part. I would say maybe like, don't try to say, oh, it's crucial. You have to do this. This is Just give us this, just tell us what's going on. You don't have to be so emphatic about trying to convince us how much, right?
Yeah.
The other thing was, Tamisha, you started right in with the introduction, and I mean, with the top, telling us what you're going to talk about. Remember, I told everybody, don't do that at first. So you definitely need to write that in your speaking outline to remind yourself right at front. Get attention getter first.
You know what? I typed it. Well, I read it backward because I got my attention getter, and then I got my attention getter was first. I don't know why.
Why you switched it up? Yeah, but just be
I'm
mindful.
nervous.
Yeah. You did reveal the topic. The closing, we could work a little bit on that too. But you say you didn't have enough time to finish. Okay, good. Thank you. You guys did pretty good.
Thank you.
All right. Next is group 2. And that would be Marissa, Muhammad, and Rayana.
Yep. Okay. All right. Imagine if a simple blood test, one you might take while donating blood, could help stop the next pandemic before it even starts. No lockdowns, no mass hospitalizations, no global panic. Just early warning through science.
Our essential idea for this speech will be to inform you guys what the blood observatory is and why it matters, and how it would work and the challenges ahead.
Scientists are proposing a global system that regulates test blood samples from around the world to detect new viruses early. This global immunological observatory could revolutionize how we prevent pandemics.
We can't hear you, Rayana.
No, I'm not next. Muhammad's next.
Oh, okay.
How it works and the challenges ahead. The system would use leftover blood from donors' clinics, testing it with advanced antibody chips that can recognize signs and exposures to hundreds of viruses at once. If scientists find unexpected antibodies, for example, signs of coronavirus, they could alert global health agencies before the outbreak turns into pandemic. However, challenges remain. The project would need international cooperation, funding, and strict privacy protection. Some countries may hesitate to share medical data and maintain global networks that requires major coordination. But experts say that benefits saving lives and avoiding COVID level crisis far outweighs the difficulties. In summary, the central idea of the Global Immunology Observatory is to use global blood monitoring early warning systems against future pandemics by studying the antibody alert already following through our veins. We can detect new threats before they become the next pandemic may be inevitable. But we listen to what our blood is telling us. It doesn't have to be unstoppable.
Yeah, I like your closing remarks. All right, so great introduction, Marissa. Very good. Brianna gave us the central idea, but you don't have to say it. So my central idea is you can just say, so today we'll be discussing 3 main points, or today we're going to talk about whatever it is your central idea is. Main points need to be stated in full sentences, Mohammed. I think I told you that on your speech as well. So I think you said something about, you gave us a phrase, how it works and why it's important or something like that. Remember, one idea and the main point. right? And if you have too many, then you have to find out where can you fit them under one of another main point. Something similar to like when you're reading a recipe for your favorite food or something, right? So if you have over the five main points and you need to stick it in there, and you know you can't speak about two, make that a sub point under it by saying something like this process can also include, and then say whatever else that other thing is, so that you don't have more than five main points, because it starts getting too much for the audience to remember. And that's it about your closing remarks. Eye contact, you can work on that, Mohammed. Brianna, you can a little bit too. Marissa, yours was really good, but you did look at us, Brianna, at least way more than Mohammed. Mohammed doesn't like to look at us, but you had to practice, Mohammed, looking right into that camera.
It's a bit hard with the camera, Professor.
Well, that's why you got to practice, right? Got to practice and write it down on your speaking outline, even if it's just a glance. Okay, then look back. But when you never look at us, then it feels a little more distant and disconnected from us. Okay, like you're in your own world. You're not even including us in the conversation. Okay, but other than that, you did pretty good with your speech. Okay, who last group? Group one, Joe, Kurt, and Tim.
Imagine a computer that can smell, not just detect chemicals, but actually recognize different scents the same way your brain does. Researchers have created a new type of artificial intelligence called neuromorphic AI that mimics how mammalian brain processes smells. This innovation represents a major leap forward in AI, allowing machines to learn scents faster, more accurately, and more efficiently, and even learning new ones without forgetting. To understand why this leap matters, let's first look into how mammals like us smell, because it's not just about sniffing the air, it's about how our brains process scents in a way that's fast, efficient, and incredibly adaptive. And that's exactly what this new AI is built to replicate.
So looking into how neuromorphic AI thinks like a brain, we can see that traditional AI systems work like a blank slate of sort. Every neuron starts out the same, and the system must train over and over how to recognize these patterns. Neuromorphic AI, however, is modified after the olfactory system in the animals are programmed. So its neurons are specialized in reacting to chemical signals in very unique ways. It sniffs, per se, by processing electrical signals from sensors exposed to odors or like methane or ammonia. And this setup allows it to sort of learn a new smell just after one single exposure, while traditional AI needs hundreds of training rounds. So in this case, a regular AI is like a team of rookies, if you will, who need to watch a play many, many times before they get it right. A neuromorphic AI is like a skilled sports team that gets out there and it only needs to see a play once to be able to understand it and replicate it. So it identifies odors more accurately and it quickly, even in mixtures. In one experiment, the neuromorphic AI identified scents correctly to 92% of the time. Just imagine that. While standard AI managed only 52%.
So all of this information is good and it sounds incredible. But the real question is, why does it matter in the first place? Neuromorphic AI doesn't just learn faster, it keeps what it learns. It holds on to it. Unlike traditional AI, which often forgets old data when learning something, this new one can add new neurons per se to learn new sense while retaining old ones. It's kind of like after learning the smell of a specific chemical, uh, a standard AI would forget the scent completely within a few days, if not immediately, compared to this new AI, which holds on to that scent for a longer period. This continual learning mimics how human brains form new neural connections. It's also incredibly energy efficient because it requires far fewer training cycles than the conventional model, therefore requiring less data centers and less processing power to do these same things that these less advanced AIs would be able to do. Some potential uses for this are detecting air pollutants or toxic waste, monitoring hazardous environments, or diagnosing illnesses through chemical markers in the breath, which you'd be able to smell. The success of AI in digitizing and interpreting smell, a feat long considered impossible, demonstrates its transformative potential.
Neuromorphic AI brings machines one step closer to human-like perception. It can smell with accuracy, learn from experience, and remember over time, all while using less power. As we teach machines to sense the world the way we do, we're not just improving technology, we're reshaping what intelligence itself can mean. As we teach machines to sense the world in the way we do, we're not just improving technology, we're reshaping what intelligence itself can mean. As neuroscientist Terry Senjowiski once said, intelligence is not just about solving problems, it's about understanding the world through experience. This neuromorphic AI doesn't just compute, it experiences, learns, and adapts like a living brain.
Okay. All right. Good closing there. Make sure, though, in the closing. Sorry. Okay, so you guys are like 5 minutes on your speech. So you did go over the time. Make sure, though, that you let the audience know you're at the end of your speech. Okay. The introduction was really good. Tim, I thought that you and Kurt could have looked up at us a little bit more. Tim, you could use a little bit more vocal variety as well. But Joel and Kurt, you really got that down. And your delivery was very natural. It made us feel comfortable that you really know what you're talking about. You're interested in what you're talking about. So that was a good job. It wasn't just merely reading. We really felt like you were into it. And Joel, you have a knack for this. What else? No, let us know we're at the end. Okay, you did a pretty good job. I enjoyed the introduction. Okay.
Yeah, you guys did good.
Yeah, you did very good. That was very good. Let me put us back in the gallery. One thing too, Kurt, I thought you did especially well was you did that compare and contrast. Gave us some concrete examples, and that's really important in informative speaking, and you did that very well for that. And you made it easy to listen to. You guys made it very easy to listen to. So these are some of the things that we look for in informative speeches. And Joel, you asked the question in between, you drew the audience in when you were talking, included us in it while you were talking. So that was really good as well, relating the subject directly to the audience, including them throughout the speech. And that's a really good informative technique. That you all did very well. You did very well avoiding abstractions. But I would say overall, you all did well. You all are improving in your delivery. Some of you just have to work more at the vocal variety and eye contact with the camera. But other than that, you're pretty on point with speaking up and speaking out. So that's a good thing as a speaker. Okay, so what I wanted to also do is go over a few things, and then if we can get those last 5 speeches in tonight, that will be great too. I did write down who needed to go. I'll get it after after I talk about just a couple of things. Don't forget to look at the parameters, right? Everybody knows where it's at, right? In the Blackboard weeks 6 and 7. It may even be an 8, I'm not sure. You do have to have visuals. Okay, you saw how the young lady did in the Guy Fawkes. Now you could show slides like she did, or you can show an actual visual. It's up to you. Be careful with charts and graphs again. You want to make certain that they represent what it is you really want to say, and don't clutter them with a whole lot of stuff that the audience starts just focusing in on that and they don't really focus in on you and your speech. You don't want to leave the video, the visual up too long. When you start talking about something else, take it down. Okay, don't just leave it there. Again, don't provide us with a slideshow where we never see your face. It's just all slide PowerPoint. We don't want that either. Okay. You also are your bibliography. Make sure you write the word bibliography. Don't write sources. Don't write cited, works cited. This is not a works cited page. Remember, I told you the difference. Works cited is just the things that you're orally citing, and bibliography, all the materials that you use in your research. I had a student today who told me that they contacted Mr. Calandro in the library and that he was so helpful to her. She was so happy that she went to him. She is just excited about giving her a speech because she had so much information. She said, I thought he would help me, but I didn't expect that much help. So if you need him, reach out to him. 3 to 6 people. You also have to have 3 credible sources that you cite in the speech, okay? And make sure that you set up the source if we don't know the person well, okay? That's basically what I wanted to just hit on for those speeches. And again, the assignment for tonight that goes with this, it's actually 2 essays, one about you and your group, your performance and your group's overall performance. The other one, pick a group and you're going to critique that group, what you thought about their speeches. Okay, not the usual discussion board. All right, so I have this one.
Professor?
Yes.
Just a quick question. So there are like, so we have this informative speech, and then we have an informative impromptu speech, and then we have the persuasive speech. I mean, personally, for me, sometimes it's like, very difficult, like to keep track of every single one of them. So the one that we currently it was due yesterday that we had to submit the team persuasive speech. So we have three people from the sheet that I saw. It's Caden, me, and I think Alexandra. Uh, we we don't have any information from Caden, like the final speech that we're submitting. Is it just an outline, or we submit the full
Oh,
speech?
what's due now is just the working outline. Those broad ideas that you think you might talk about. It could change for the better.
Got it. But when I go to the submission board, I see there are 5 people in this group. The group that it shows me, I have Alexandria here, I have Caden, I have Jonathan here, myself, and Renea. So I was like confused. Like, was it 3 people or we had 5 people on our speech?
You have 5 people.
That's what I emailed about earlier today about the thing I was placed in the wrong group.
And also, when we go to submissions, they're already submissions. I'm not sure that these submissions are for our group because the people who submitted it, they are not in our group. Like, for example, the submission that I see
Okay,
is from Renea.
let me see here. Let me get back to the class and share. Okay, I see Joel. I mean, for you, Mohammed is Caden, Mohammed, and Alexandra.
Yeah, but in the actual submission where we have to submit the work, the outline, when I go in there, it shows that there are 5 people in my group, the ones that I told you about.
Okay, let me check that out for you. And see, that may be how, I don't know.
And also, are we supposed to see other groups, their submissions, or we are able only to see our submissions?
You
Because I can
should
see,
only be able to see your group submission.
yeah, but when I go there, I see submissions for a different group.
Okay. Let
Yeah,
me
that's
check
why.
out what's going on. I think what maybe happened was in the beginning, it wasn't open as a group. So then people just started submitting stuff. And then I did go in and open the groups. So it may be that when people first went in, panicking that you would lose the deadline, then you just stuck it in there. But then later on is when I actually did the groups. So let me check it out, and I'll send you an email to let you know what happened with that. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
sorry about that.
and
Let me
if
see
I may,
what's going on there.
yeah, if I may, Professor, one more question.
But you do know who's in your group, though, right?
Yeah, I do
So
the
don't
three
worry so
people.
much about the submission, and I'm not going to take off anything for if it's late or anything. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, thank you. Just another question, Professor. So for the speech, let me see, the informative speech preparation outline that we already submitted, and then when we come down here, it says informative speech visual aids speaking outline. So for this one, we have to just create a PowerPoint presentation, and that's it. And we
Wait.
also
Tell me again, where are you at?
the informative speech visual outlines. Sorry, visual aids speaking outline.
Right. Okay, that's just your speaking outline, and I want to see whatever visuals you're going to use for the event, for the speech.
Okay, and the video post, the same thing, informative speech video post. That one you said we have to have 5 to 6
3 to
people
6
with?
people. 3, no less than 3, no more than, well, you can have more than 6, but 3 to 6 people you should try to get.
And that's a must. We have to have
That's a
someone.
must.
Okay.
3 people, find 3 people. That's why I told you the first day of class. So you had 10 weeks to find 3. Well, actually 8 weeks to find 3 people.
Okay.
7 weeks.
Okay, Professor. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? We've got 15 minutes. So the people who need to go are Tim, Alexandra, Justin, Savannah, and Tamasia. Who wants to go first?
Am I able to go first so I can take another break?
Yes.
Perfect. Let me turn my camera. I don't have my visual with me right now. But it's like a boot, a like vase blue boot. Yeah. So have you ever seen something that instantly makes you smile because it's both strange and charming? That's how I feel every time I look at my ceramic boot vase. It looks just like a miniature cowboy boot, but only instead of holding a foot, it holds flowers. Today I'm going to share the story behind and the purpose behind this unique little piece, where it came from, how it's used, and what makes it so special as both art and home decor. My ceramic boot vase came from Hobby Lobby, a store known for its creative home decor. The design is inspired by a Western cowboy culture with details like stitching, worn leather texture, a rustic glaze that makes it look like it's straight out of a country ranch. It's a small piece of art that captures the rugged Western charm and it turns into something decorative and warm. The Western style has always celebrated hard work, open spaces, and independence, but this vase reflects the same values in its design. While the design gives its sense of character, use is what makes it both functional and decorative. The boot vase serves the same purpose as a traditional vase, but it holds flowers, green, small arrangements, but unlike a plain glass vase, it also has an additional personality to it brings personality to any space, whether it's filled with bright sunflowers or just an empty hole on the shelf. It instantly catches people's attention, and it's a simple way to bring a touch of Western into a modern home, blending the charm with creativity. When people see it, they usually smile or ask where I got it, which makes it a fun conversation piece too. Beyond its design and its use, it's a little vase have a deeper personal meaning for me. For me, this vase represents creativity and individuality. It reminds me that beauty doesn't always have to be traditional or expensive. Sometimes it's found in small, unexpected pieces. It also reflects my appreciation for the Western style, sometimes that feels warm, grounded, and genuine. Every time I see it, I think about how it combines strength and softness in a sturdy boot holding something as delicate as flowers. That balance is what makes it special to me. In one small ceramic boot, there's a design, culture, and a personal meaning. Even simple decorations can tell a story and show a bit of who we are. All ordinary objects can hold extraordinary stories.
Okay. All right. We met the time. 3 minutes. Just briefly tell you, look at us somewhere. Look at us somewhere. Look up at the right.
Sorry, it's hard on my phone.
Okay. Yeah. I liked your closing remarks good too. But I'll give more comments in the when I give you a grade. So good job, Savannah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, who's next? You want to go, Jamaisha, since you're moving on? Who said I'll go?
Me, Alexander.
Okay, yeah. She saved you, Tamaisha. Okay. You ready?
Ready? There are many different hair tools that are used for creating different looks at home, many of which have been put with a high price tag. One of the easiest tools I have found and cost effective would be the Shark Smooth Style.
Mm.
Sorry, I'm trying to unblur it so you can see it better.
We can see it now. Now we can.
Okay.
Now we can. Stay right there.
It is an innovative hair tool that combines drying and styling technology to create a salon quality result at home. But the Shark Smooth Style is two tools in one, which is why it is cost effective and has multiple setting options to create the perfect blowout with minimum damage. So it has three different settings, different heat settings at the bottom, as well as the heated part right over here,
Yeah.
which is on the side of the blowout tool, which is on the side of the blowout tool. And this is what makes it more cost effective because instead of buying multiple different tools, like buying a straightener and the blowout tool, it has both in one, and you can reduce your times going to the hair salon because this is a way that I've personally used to make my hair look like a blowout. So it's very effective in its ways, as well as the heat settings, so that you're not burning your hair constantly all the time. And in the end, the Smooth Style isn't just a hair tool, it's a product that is very innovative that makes styling easier and cost effective with its advanced heating and air design, and it turns an everyday routine to the hair salon into something that you could do right at your home.
Okay. All right, you did a great job, Marissa. Let me see the time. 8:51. Did commit the time. I mean, Marissa, Alexandra. I love Alice, Marissa. All right. So, you were very good with and descriptive, very informative. You did a wonderful job. You looked at us. Um, your object went out of view a couple of times. We got a good look at it.
Yeah, I was trying to take the blur effect off, but I couldn't figure out how to do it.
Yeah. But it was good. You did a great job with that.
Thank you.
I'm impressed. All right, who's next?
I guess I'll go.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Today I'll be introducing a tool that was invented in the 1800s, used by millions of people, often used daily without thinking how to use. This object was invented in 1800 before modern straighteners. People straighten their hair using hot combs, overheated stoves, clothes and irons, often with clothes barrier, or using heated materials. So this is the object. It's a Centennial Baby Bliss 360 flat iron. This tool combines science, history, and safety considerations. And understanding how it works and its development can help use it more effectively. I'm gonna wrap it so you guys can see. Sorry. Okay, so this farm may seem simple, but it relies on scientifically principles to temporarily reshape hair. By understanding how this flower works in its history, you can use it more safely and effectively. Today I will be talking about three main points: how it works, how historic development and its tips to use for safety, how flowering works. So you turn it on, have an on and off button on the side. It heats up to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. It have a plus and minus button. The plus is like to go up, like heat it up more, and the minus button to like say if it's too hot, you want to turn it down some. The heat breaks hydrogen bond in hair, temporarily changing its shape. Hair returns to natural from exposed to moisture. And this is how you use it. I'm going to use my hair for example. Okay, and historic development. So we're going to talk about how it was invented in the late 1800s. Heated metal rods used often cause burns. It was also invented by Lady Jennifer Bell, designed modern heat hinge flat irons. There's also another one. It works the same way. People say it's the best one to use. We're going to talk about the safe and effective way to use. So you always want to apply heat protection before you use. So normally I have my hair flat iron down, but before using this, I will spray like heat protective spray so it won't like burn my hair. You want to avoid using on wet hair because if you use it on wet hair, it's like your hair will burn, honestly. After using, you want to make sure you want to clean your plate. So use like a napkin or soap to clean it. We're going to talk about the conclusion. Okay, so flyers are more than beautiful tools. They are results of scientific principle, historic innovation, and modern safety designs. Thank you for listening. But one last thing I want to share, understanding how this tool works, where it come from, and how to use it safely will allow us to enjoy sleek style and natural hair without unnecessary damage. And I'm going to show you the tool for the last time. And thank you.
All right. Okay. So tell me your attention getter again, Tamisha.
So my attention getter was today everyone I will be, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so my attention getter was today, hello everyone. Today I'll be introducing a tool that was invented in the 1800s, used by millions of people, often without thinking how it works. This object was invented, I'm sorry, I repeated myself.
Okay. All right, I got you. I got you. So, um, you did that well. So you really didn't have to like say, like make that one of your main points. Because you told us right up in the beginning in the introduction some history on it, right?
Mhm.
And that's a way when you want to like change ideas, move like change directions and start talking about something else. You can put it in the introduction, especially like
Okay.
if you want to say what something is, because
Yeah.
that's like a really hard main point to describe. You
Yeah.
usually want to just say, okay, so now I'm gonna tell you what this is, or so what is this? You'll ask it in a question. It'll just drive you to break the rules. So
Okay.
for something that's where you can say it in that introduction and that attention getter. You can give a little history about it. It's okay.
Okay.
All right. And but then you like almost to the end you start okay, now I'm gonna talk about the history. It kind of like seemed like it was thrown in and it didn't really go with the rest of it.
Yeah, no. Okay, so see, you talk about the conclusion, right? I just like kind of restated the three main points for the conclusion.
When
I
you
talked
said it
about
was
it.
invented by a lady, I mean you were giving us a lot of information like
Yeah. Okay. So my third main point, I talked about who invented the flat irons. I talked about the history of it. So with the conclusion,
right. So but really you're supposed to be telling us how it works, right?
yeah.
It was a speech about a process. So
Okay.
yeah, we do want to hear some historical stuff about it, but you could like stick it in some of the supportive
Okay.
materials, or put it up in the very beginning, and when you're actually describing it,
Mhm.
um, the historical point about it. But I just felt like talking about it in the beginning and then come back to the third point and now you're talking about it again. It kind of like overrode what your
Yeah.
real purpose was to tell us how it works, right?
Okay. So just leave it for like the introduction beginning. I
Yeah,
didn't have to add it in my main
you
points.
didn't have
Okay.
to put that as a main point.
Okay.
I would say.
All right.
But you did a really great job describing it and actually demonstrating it. That was good. That was very good to do that. And then that one last look, I'll have to show you one more time. Um, and you did incorporate that thank you before you actually gave those last.
I listened to what you
Yeah,
said.
yeah, but then you said thank you at the end again. So.
I said
But it's
thank you, and
okay.
then I
I
said my
mean,
last sentence.
it's okay if you really feel compelled to do it, I'm not going to tell you not to do it. And again,
Okay.
I just want you all to remember what I'm telling you. Thank you, Tamasia. That was a good job. What I want you all to understand, I'm giving you the basics of your speech. After your speech is, after you get these basics down, now you can add all of that gravy to it, right? Now you can add all of those things that you wanted to start out with and just forget all about telling us the main points. And so you start out with these training wheels in the beginning. I have you really strict. I want you to do it just like this. But then as time goes on and you understand about these requirements, these specific techniques that you use for specific speeches, then once you know that and you've got that down and you mastered your delivery, now you can go back and you can soar. You want to use metaphors, you want to use, you want to really show off your language and stuff. You can do that. You certainly can do that. Okay. But at just understand, it doesn't have to be so strict like I tell you, in terms of say it this way, say this, use this pattern of wording. I do that so you understand, okay, these are some of the things we need to do. If you don't do it in your speech, I don't think that people will notice as much. But remember your purpose, guide that audience through your speech. So that's why you want to try to make sure you have all the parts and sections that's required, but feel free to embellish the way you'd like to embellish. Okay. All right. So I will see you next week. And I want you to stay safe. I can't wait to see these speeches. And just go over again, make sure you have touched on all of those requirements in your parameters so you can really get a good grade. Practice, 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 practice. And I'll check out that persuasive page for you guys, but you do know your group, so I'll figure that out for you and let you know about it. Okay, see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor.
Good night.
Thank you, Professor.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Did you want to talk to me, Muhammad? Are you there, Muhammad? Okay, he must have stepped away. I'm going to throw him in the break.
Hello, Professor.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, sorry about that. Internet is a bit spotty. Uh, Professor, you mentioned something about like peer critique of the informative, the
The impromptu.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, what week is that? It's this week, and the due date is tonight.
For what we just did tonight?
Yeah, you said that we have to write two essays, one about our own group's speech and the other one about another group.
Yeah, but it's due on the 16th.
Oh, okay.
It's due on the 16th, not tonight. Tonight we actually did it. And then you have to make that critique by the 16th.
And what week is that on, ma'am? Is that week 8?
It's on a Sunday. So you mean which week is it located in?
Yeah, the week, on the calendar here, the content.
On the calendar, it's in week 7 this week. But it's a Sunday, so it's
Okay,
due
I
on
see.
Sunday. This coming Sunday, that's when it's due.
Yeah, I see that now. I see it now, Professor.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's actually 2.
Yeah, one for
One
us.
is you and your group,
Mm-hmm.
and then the next one,
Okay.
2 pages. And then the next one is about just pick any other group.
Got it. Okay. Okay, Professor. Uh, and you said you'll figure out that thing about the group.
Yeah, I had to go in there and look at it and see what's going on with it.
Okay, Professor. Okay. Thank you very much, Professor.
You're welcome. Have a good week.
Thank you.
Okay, Gino.
Hello.
How's baseball going?
It's going good. We just ended a couple weeks ago.
You representing us well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What did you want to talk about tonight?
So I wanted to talk about last class that I missed and the informative speech with the visual aid
Oh,
speech.
yeah, we did that tonight.
Yeah.
The people who didn't go, they went tonight.
Um,
I would have let you go. I really didn't realize you didn't go while the class was here. But now they all left.
is there
Hold
is
on.
there any
I
way I
don't
could
think
do
it's
it next
actually
week?